inducted into the Hairston Athletic Hall of Fame. Congratulations on that.
Well, thank you very much.
Gene and I played baseball together here many years ago. So he's going to join me for the first half, and then he's going to go enjoy the halftime, the homecoming activities here at Central Methodist as the Eagles get ready to take to the field here against Missouri Valley. Missouri Valley comes in with an overall record of 4-3. They are 3-3 in total conference play. Central comes in with a record of 1-7 overall, 1-6 in conference play, but have gotten better as they've gone along this year. So we're anticipating it doesn't make any difference what sport it is, nor does it make any difference what the records are. Central Methodist and Missouri Valley don't like each other. There's 40 miles difference between the two schools. They're very close, and there's been a rivalry forever. It's been intensified in the last couple of years with soccer, as the Central Methodist men's soccer team has won 2 national championships, knocking Missouri Valley out both years. And then Missouri Valley knocked Central Methodist out of the championship for a year, and they won the national championship. So there's a lot on the line. They don't like each other in football. They don't like each other in basketball, baseball, anything that goes on. We're just too close together. We don't get along very well. So we're about ready to go. Central is in the uniforms that are harder than heck from a distance to see the numbers on. It's a dark green jersey, black letter with a little bit of white trim on it. And the further they get away down inside the 30-yard line, the harder it is to differentiate the numbers, but we'll do the best we can. Missouri Valley in white uniforms, orange helmets, jerseys are trimmed in purple. The numbers are in purple and trimmed in orange. So we're just about set to go. The two teams are coming out for the coin toss. Everybody shakes hands. Everybody friendly for now. And the official's going to tell us who's going to do what. Streamers on the goalposts are blowing, the wind's blowing from our left as you look at this to the right. Missouri Valley wins the toss. They're going to defer. Central Methodist will get their option, and I can't imagine they're going to play defense. Which way everybody goes is going to be the question. Central Methodist will receive the kickoff, and I'll get our stuff up on the screen here in just a second. So we're about ready to go. As I was doing something with my computer, we'll be a little bit behind for a little bit with that, as Jayshawn Northington, our producer, had to go run and do something real quick, and I hope he comes back before too long. Otherwise, I'll just be going back and forth and taking care of it. For the Eagles, as we look, nobody back deep yet. We're going to have more conversation as they lined up the wrong direction. They're going to switch ends now.
Looks like number 1 is going to receive.
Number 1 is Aaron Edwards. Number 6 is Chase Rankin. That's the 2 deep for the Eagles. There'll be a delay to the start of the game as the chains are not functioning. That's interesting. I'll tell you, Gene, I don't know if you paid attention. There was one game, and I don't think you were here, where we had a 3-hour lightning delay.
Makes for a long day.
Yeah, more than you know, because they didn't play the game that day at all because they didn't think they could get it in before the next round of storms came through. So it became a Sunday morning 11 o'clock game.
Oh, man.
So we sat here from 11:30 getting things hooked up until almost 5 o'clock when they decided they weren't going to play it and then played it at 11 o'clock the next morning. So we got it in just about in time for you to go check out NFL football. So we didn't get – because it was a quick-paced game. The officials didn't want to be here on Sunday morning. The players were happy to play, but not on Sunday morning at that hour. But so we're hopeful that the weather's not going to cause that problem today. We got a little bit of rain going on, but otherwise we should be okay. It's homecoming. A lot of people here. It is cold, it is windy, and it's been spitting rain. But other than that, it's not been a bad day yet. See what the Eagles can do today. In turfed field here, and there is conversation about doing some improvement to the football field and taking the track and moving it and making a soccer complex just beyond the trees that you could see perhaps on the sidelines. There's a hill just to the left behind those trees that's conducive. So we had Kenny Anderson, the track and field coach, and the cross-country coach on the other day, and he said he couldn't confirm it for a fact, but he did hear that that was in the works. So he was pretty happy about being able to have their own track and all the other improvements that are going to go on. And then they're going to rename the whole complex here, this part of everything, into the Larry Anderson Sports Complex. So in honor of longtime football player, he was a quarterback, coach, athletic director, admissions guy, admissions director, classroom teacher, and he's still around. So nice honor for Larry. I don't know how your sticks don't. They're over there working on them.
I think they got them ready to go.
Yeah, I don't know how difficult that is for them to stretch out 10 yards and put them down, but I think maybe we are ready to go. We will see Joe Cambridge at quarterback for the Eagles. We'll get you the running backs and all in just a second. That'd be Charles Johnson will be at a running back, and then you've got Quinn Whitley at tight end. The wide receivers are Aaron Edwards, A.J. Allen, and Drake Dudley. So now it looks like we're ready to go. So Edwards on the left, Rankin on the right as you look at them. As Justin Keller gets ready to kick off. Couple of minutes late, but we are underway with the wind behind him. It's down to about the 2-yard line. Fair catch. And the Eagles will take over the ball at the 25-yard line. So Joe Cambridge comes out. He is a senior this year. Cambridge drops back. Tries to get it to A.J. Allen, but it falls incomplete. Cambridge is senior from Riverdale, California. Back in again. Johnson is the running back. Quick pass to the outside. Caught. Pickup of about 6 on the play. Drake Dudley with the catch. Rankin and Hill on the stop. Rankin with the catch, Hill on the stop. Make it 3rd down and 4. Eagles could stand to get off to a good start. That'd be fine for them. Cambridge changing the play at the line. Fakes a handoff, rolls outside. Caught for a first down. Aaron Edwards with the catch. If that had been about another second slower, that would have been going the other direction for a pick 6, but it's on time, and it is a first down. So 3 plays, 3 passes for the Eagles. And there's their first run. Johnson gets out to about the 47, 48-yard line. Nice gain on first down.
Like a yard and a half short.
Yeah, be 2nd down and 1. Give him 9 yards on that. Eagles have not had a lot of success running the football inside the tackles this year. When they do have some success, it's outside, so that's a nice sign. Offensive line did a good job that time. Motion. Cambridge rolls, looks, throws it across the middle. Got 2 guys standing there together, and one of them catches the ball at the Valley 40-yard line.
Number 18.
That's Quinn Whitley, tight end. Tight ends have been getting a little more involved in the offense lately. You got 2 receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom with a tight end. That would be Whitley on the left side. Going to throw it out in the flat. Johnson makes a couple of moves but doesn't get anywhere as there's 3 Valley defenders there. That'll make it 2nd down and 10. And one of the fan favorites, number 86, Zane Rice, the Zane train, checks into the lineup. A local boy from Fayette High School here in town. Cambridge, running backs on either side of him. 1 receiver top and bottom. Cambridge is going to keep it and run. He's got a path inside the 30, but he loses the football. And let's see if they're going to call him down by contact if the ground caused it.
Also a flag on the play.
See how Valley reacts to all of this. They're going to talk about it a little bit. Valley says it's the penalties against Central, and they've got the football. And Central seems to agree with that. Holding. Valley recovers the fumble, and they're in business there. Tion Harris is their quarterback. Jeremiah Bryant is the running back just to his side, to his right. Another back comes in and sets. Going to come over to this side, so you're going to have 1 at the top at the wide side, 2 at the bottom, and a tight end in motion. Resets. Harris to Bryant. Up the middle. Going to drag people with him, and he's going to pick up about 9, maybe even 10 to get the first down, and they do signal it as a first down. Lontus McClintock in on McClinton on the tackle. I always want to say McClintock, but it's McClinton, and he's limping a little bit. A 10-yard gain on the first play by the Vikings. Sorry, we can't get the clock up on the screen on our scoreboard. 11:30 to go here in quarter number 1. Homecoming at Central. Bryant again. Dips and dodges and keeps going. Picks up about 4 yards on the play. It was strung out by the defense nicely. Pokipala Oahu on the tackle. Yeah, aren't you glad? Gene looked at me. I don't know. That's what they told us.
Okay,
We didn't get his name right the first couple of games.
I'll go with that.
Yeah, we've got a pronunciation guide to help us. Outside and dropped. Dropped, so it's third down. Was intended for Jesse Johnson. So third down and 6. See if the Eagles can get a defensive stop here and get off the field. Harris. Shotgun. Gets it. Looks. Throws across the middle, and the Eagles have been susceptible to balls over the middle part of the field all year long, and it is caught, and it's a first down. Johnson, number 20, catches this one, dropped the one earlier. Harris does not look like he's a tall quarterback, but he looks pretty athletic. Ball in Eagle territory to 45-yard line. Jet sweep. It's a pass, so if it had been dropped, it would have been incomplete. But taken down there. Ashton Stein. Samuel Smith on the tackle. Gain of 1, second down and 9. Gene, you came to school here at Central in the fall of 75?
Correct, yes. Out of Kansas City, Missouri.
From the Kansas City area, Sugar Creek or something, wasn't it?
Correct.
How about that? I can't remember what I had for breakfast, but I remember that somehow. Pass outside, gets away from the first tackler. That is Khalil Dampier. And goes out of bounds. See where they're going to mark it. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 39-yard line.
Short about 4 yards.
So third down and 4. .9:07 to go first quarter. Eagles had a nice drive, but a fumble stopped that. Missouri Valley with a nice drive coming this direction. Dorian Miles, receiver at the bottom of the screen. Pass outside. Miles blocks. Catch made. Knocked out of bounds finally. That was Dampier again with the catch.
It's going to be first down on the 25-yard line.
So Tion Harris has been pretty good so far. He's only Harris with Bryant next to him. Looks for a fade in the corner. Almost, and it is a catch. One-handed catch by Miles in the end zone as he held off the defender with the other hand, catches it one-handed and gets his feet down in the end zone, gets a foot down for a touchdown. That's Dorian Miles. He is a senior from Gwinnett County, Georgia. Just need to move around a little bit as Jay Sean needs to talk to cameraman just out the window. So, extra point on. Is good, 7-0. With 6.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. So, having a word with one of our camera persons here about following the ball all the way because we didn't get the catch in the end zone, which we apologize for. We've got the huddle camera up on top. That's the far away look, and then we've got two live cameras down on the field, closer to the field. So 7-0 on the 13-yard touchdown pass. Harris 2 miles. Did a high school game last night where we sat outside under a canopy that almost blew away several times.
But the temperature wasn't too bad, was it?
Not inside the canopy when it was working right. No, not at all. But it wasn't as nice as it was inside the press box, which we didn't get into. Edwards out to about the 25 as players continue to fly in and just about knock the crap out of the official on the sideline there. So the Eagles back out. They had a good start. They fumbled the ball down inside the 30-yard line of Valley territory, and then Valley takes it the length of the field and scores. Doing some new things at homecoming this year. They have an alumni section over there somewhere, over in tailgate territory.
Yeah, I made a little visit over there.
I wish I had. Cambridge back, outside. Tackle just about the line of scrimmage. No gain. Well, they're going to give him a yard. Zane Rice with the catch. They're going to give him 2 yards, so 2nd down and 8. Cambridge has not stretched the field yet. Gene looks at this. He was a wide receiver here, and he's in the Hall of Fame as a wide receiver in the offensive era that it was with Tom Stein being the quarterback here. Cambridge runs around and just going to throw it away, and it'll make it 3rd down and 8. So out of that group, three of the receivers are in the Hall of Fame plus the quarterback, correct?
Correct. Eric Trails, Steve Lugin, and myself.
And Steve Lugin will be here next week to help do a ball game with me. He did one last year and enjoyed it enough that he wanted to come back and do it again.
Yeah, he's coaching at Blue Springs now.
He is, helping his son-in-law.
Correct.
3rd down and 8, and the Eagles need a conversion. Rolls, looks. Got 2 players in the same area again. One tips it trying to catch it. The other one may have been able to catch it as Whitley was there. And it'll be 4th down, and we'll see. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Well, maybe that'll help us out a little bit. Or not. Roughing the passer, that will help us out. Did a high school game last night that had 3 consecutive holding calls on the offense. It was 1st and 35 at one point in time.
Makes for a long night.
They didn't convert, just needless to say.
They didn't?
They did not. They didn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage. Johnson with the ball carrier is going to lose some yardage there as he's tackled in the backfield. Well, it's Cam Cole, rather. 26, not 21.
He lost 4.
So it's 2nd down and 14. You came to school here with 2-3 other guys?
Originally it was Dale Mason, Rick Stover, and Paul Priest, the quarterback from Van Horn in Kansas City. And then Paul left, and Bill Gosnell came back from Arkansas and played with us.
Okay. Throw outside. Caught.
Great.
That's Drake Dudley.
Great throw and catch there.
We're living on the edge because several of these passes have been half a step from being picked off and taken the other way, but they've both been completed if those have. So
First down and 37.
Cambridge again. Handoff going right, where they had success earlier. And he runs over somebody. Number 14, Bishop Hill, just got introduced very nicely to Cam Cole. And it's a first down.
17-yard line.
And CMU's got a really fine kicker, too.
Does he play soccer also?
I don't think so. You know, Mizzou's got the thicker kicker.
Yeah.
We've got a little version of that here.
Good.
Oscar Simon is a pretty good-sized young man. And he's got a pretty good-sized leg. He missed a 52-yarder wide right. Cambridge passes. Inside the 10, down around the 5-yard line. That'll be enough for first and goal. Gain of 12. Ball on the 5-yard line. 3:20 to go first quarter. Missouri Valley 7, Central 0, but Central threatening. Look, Oscar Simon is listed at 6'1", 220.
Yep.
So Cambridge keeps it.
Touchdown.
Churns. And we get a signal of a touchdown. So a 5-yard touchdown run by Joe Cambridge. And now you get to see Mr. Simon's leg as he'll come in for the extra point.
And where's he from?
He is from, as soon as I figure out what number, he's 91 on the program. He is from Colleyville, Texas. Junior. Snap back, ball down, kick on the way. And it is good. 2 weeks ago when we were here, Gene, Central scored and had a penalty called against them that backed them up, and Oscar Simon kicked off from our 25-yard line and kicked a line drive without a lot of wind to the end zone on the other end, 70-plus yards in the air. The return men were standing about the 15-yard line and could not get back far enough to catch it.
That's a pretty good leg.
That is a pretty good leg. So you get to see him kick here. He's going to kick into the wind a little bit. But it's tied up at 7, so good answer by the Eagles after Missouri Valley takes a fumble and takes it down the field to score. So we talk about the Hall of Fame here. The next recruit in the next induction class will be named in the next few days. Athletic Director Jeff Sherman says he's trying to get it done before homecoming, but with everything going on, it may be right after homecoming, but there will be a dinner for all of them. Well, it won't be a dinner. There'll be a brunch for them because they're going to do that January the 27th before a women's and men's basketball doubleheader. And then they'll do some at halftime of one of those games. Simon with the kick. Wynn holds it up a little bit. Return man jumps, and he's out to the 30s. 30. They keep pushing the line along, as that was Khalil Dampier.
35-yard line, 34-yard line.
So good field position for the Vikings to start to take over. And there were some names considered for the Hall of Fame that both Gene and I know, as we played with some of those guys. So we'll see when they release the official list who all is on it. But that will be coming up early next week. Harris, Bryant in the backfield. Harris, the quarterback. Hands it to Bryant, and he's grabbed in the backfield and falls forward for a yard.
Yeah, Jeff told me today they're redoing the Hall of Fame area and anticipate being done sometime the next few months.
Yep, they have gotten enough people in the Hall of Fame now that there's running out of space, and they're going to have to find a new spot for the Hall of Fame because they've run out of wall space, which is a nice problem to have. And they're going to be, the committee and all is going to have a real problem in about 5 years or so. Inside pitch.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, one player with an angle, and that's about it, and going to run him out of bounds as he goes out of bounds before he gets hit. Dampier again.
Ran it down to the 22-yard line.
In about 5 years or so, there's going to be a whole bunch of All-Americans starting to become eligible from men's soccer, volleyball, football, basketball, that there's going to be a whole bunch of them that are going to have to be considered because one of the criteria is your postseason awards, and there's a whole bunch of those guys that are going to, and gals that are going to be eligible soon. Harris, mix up in the backfield, but it doesn't turn out terrible for them as they still get ahead for 2 or 3 yards.
That's part of the problem with some of the older gentlemen. The stat sheets and everything else has disappeared or moved from here to there, but they've done a great job keeping up with everything.
They haven't, and it's really difficult for basketball players, for instance, from the 70s and 80s before the three-point line was introduced. Were just as good of players, but they didn't score as many points, and some of their stats are no longer anywhere around.
Right.
So it comes back to some people's personal recollections. Harris moves his wide receiver out further. Looks that direction, turns back around. He's going to scramble out of there now, and down he goes again. He has chosen that discretion is a better part of valor.
Correct.
He's decided he's not taking a hit unless it means a whole lot. He's taken a knee on a run and pretty much sat down on that one. It's a gain of a couple of yards. It'll make it 3rd down and almost 7. Valley in range again, but down to 15 seconds, so unless they get a first down, they may have to kick into the wind on the other end, out in the flat.
They're outnumbered. I think he got him down before the first down.
I think he did too, and the clock is running, and they're not going to stop it, it looks like, and that's the end of the first quarter. And it looks like it's going to be 4th down and about a yard when we walk to the other end of the field and see what they have to say. See what Valley decides to do, whether they want to go for it on 4th and 1 from their own 14-yard line, or whether they want to kick an extra point. So tied up at 7. Their field goal kicker has a long of 34 on the season. So from the 14, that'd be 31, 32, so it'd be within his range so far. So stick around halftime. We have a 25-minute halftime break today, so we can introduce all the king and queen candidates and the float competition and all of that. Looking at the candidates, Evan Workman off the football team is one of the Prince candidates.
When Charlie, were you up for king here for a couple of years?
Yeah, no. I wasn't all school or anything else. I didn't make all conference. I don't think I made all school in my years here. Never was that in the group that ran with the popular bunch.
He's a pretty good pitcher, though.
Well, I had my moments, as we all did, as were you, because you pitched on our staff as well. You came in as a freshman my sophomore year.
Had some pretty good pitchers, Doug Freevert, and you guys did a great job.
And Doug did a great job. 4th and 1, they're going to go for it, and it depends on the spot, but it looks like he's going to get the first down.
Looks like he got down to the 11-yard line.
So, and just recently had the all 1970 decade team for baseball named, and the two of us were fortunate enough to be named on on that team, both of us. So I think they just expanded it till they got to so many pitchers that I got in.
It was good seeing everybody at the ceremony. It was a lot of fun.
And I'm hopeful that if some of the guys off that bunch make it into the Hall of Fame, they'll all get here this time. We had about 7 or 8 of the 14 there. Harris rolls, throws, touchdown, knocked out of his hands. Let's see what they say. They give him a touchdown because he got his feet down before he lost the handle on the ball.
He caught it and had a couple steps there, so then they knocked it out. It was a catch.
Marcus Stepanoff with the catch makes it 13-7. Well, I found this interesting, and I'm sure you can't see it on the screen right now, but Central has 10 little circles, little hoops, 11. And the kickoff, the next group to go out defensively or whatever, stands in that to make sure they have everybody available, and they didn't last 2 weeks ago.
I wonder what those were for.
That's what they're for, and if there's somebody's not in their hoop, they're short a player or two, which is exactly what happened to them 2 weeks ago here. They had to use a timeout on a kickoff, and then during the timeout, the assistant coaches brought them over and made them stand in the hoops to make sure they had 11 when they went back out.
I thought it was a warm-up area or something where you had every other foot or something, but nope, you're right.
That's what it is, and they're counting heads and they're looking at hoops. Right now there's one hoop that's available, so I hope that player was somewhere to be seen. 4, 6, 11, they're out there, so that's the right amount. 14-7 is our score. 14:08 to go here in the second quarter. Halftime at Central. A cloudy, blustery day, cold with some wind, but the fans have stuck it out so far. So Central will get the ball again. Kick it into the wind a little bit this time, or with the wind. Let's see how the kicker does. It's going to come up short. About the 10-yard line. I believe that's Rankin with the ball. Finds a hole, seam, cuts upfield, lowers his shoulder and runs over somebody and gets out to the 40-yard line, the 44-yard line.
Great run back.
Chase Rankin. Senior out of Winfield, Missouri.
Where's Winfield?
Good guess. I don't know. I know there's a Winfield High School down around St. Louis, but I don't know if that's the town or not. And we've got a stoppage while they readjust the play clock to 40. Cambridge back in again. Now he's got the win with him. Quick pass. Dropped by A.J. Allen. Got in a little bit of a hurry.
Took off run before you had it.
So the 3 wide receivers from that era that you came from, Gene, have all done games with me in the last year. Eric Trells did a game last year. Steve Lujan did a game last year, and he's going to do a half of a game with me again next week. And then you're here. So Tom Stein. We had highlights of nice run, cut it upfield, get a little bit out of it. Eric Trells actually they found 6 minutes of highlights of Eric Trells. And we played him at halftime. And my comment was, Eric, you're always open. He goes, well, when you got all these other guys running routes and they got to watch all of those guys. He said, but if you'll look at it, every time I turn around, the ball's hitting me in the chest. Tom Stein threw a really nice pass.
Yeah, Tom saved all of us now and then during that time.
3rd down and 7. Cambridge, blitz comes, rolls away from it. Throws it across the middle, juggled but caught. I think that's Rankin again.
Yeah, when you average over 300, 350 yards a game, you're going to get a chance to catch the ball if you're a wide receiver. So it was a lot of fun.
I live out in Warrensburg right now, and the college team there, University of Central Missouri, is lighting up the scoreboard Tom Stein-esque. Their quarterback last week threw for 650 yards in a game. Gene looks at me. Yes, they had 980 yards of total offense.
What was the final score?
77-47.
Woo. That's quite a day. I don't know. It had to be a record somewhere in the
It's an NAIA Division II record for yardage, passing yardage. He's number one in Division II in yards per game, completions, attempts, yardage, just about everything. He's just winging, and he only played a little over 3 quarters in the game.
Yeah, we averaged somewhere between 55 and 65 passes per game, so it was a lot of fun.
Cambridge. Outside, that's Whitley. Gets down to the 10. He'll be about 2 yards short. Yeah, the field here at that point in time did not have lights, and with 65 passes in a ball game, it was getting dusk before the game was over. But those were fun times for the fans to come watch.
They actually changed the time from 1 o'clock to 12 o'clock, so we had enough daylight.
Had enough time to get the games in. 3rd down and almost 3. Cambridge going to step up. Flag comes down. He goes down. Would have a first down, but it's thrown in the area where there's going to be a hold. Did a game here 2 years ago, Gene, where a holding call was made, and then the official picked the flag up and gave the following explanation. The holding was not holding because it was behind where the play had already passed, so there is no holding on the play. So the holding was not holding, is what he said.
I haven't heard that one before.
Well, I hadn't either. But it is a holding call. Replay 3rd down, but now instead of 3rd and 3, it's going to be 3rd and 13. Cole, the running back. 3 wide receivers to the left. Top of your screen. Cambridge fakes the handoff. Avoids the first tackler. Throws the ball in the end zone. Got a man open. But nice play by the defense to recover and knock it down. That was Hill on the coverage. And now we'll get to see the leg of Oscar Simon as he comes out to line up a field goal. We'll put it down right at the 27-yard line, so this will be a 37-yard attempt for the junior. Takes a couple deep breaths. Snap back, ball down, kick on the way.
Very good.
Plenty of leg, and it is good. Makes it 14-10. Eddie the Eagle walking down in front of us. Haven't looked to see if President Drake is in the house. There's a section cordoned off because I think they have a board meeting this weekend. I give that man a lot of credit for the turnaround of things here at Central.
Everybody I talk to praises him very highly.
Celebrating his 10th year here at Central. Can't tell you the last national championship, if ever was won, but since he's been here, they've won 2 soccer national championships. The dance team has won a national championship. Baseball team got to the national championship game. Women's basketball's been to the Final Four the last 2 years.
A lot of talent around here.
There is for a fact. Women's basketball starts up Wednesday night. The men opened up Thursday night with a win against Friends University out of Kansas. Got to showcase some of their new players. Simon drills the ball. Going to come down about the 7. Fumble there. Going to be picked up. Sometimes this is a good thing for the defense. Sometimes it's a good thing for the offense. Swarmed on him, and he's tackled inside the 15.
Yeah, down about the 11 or 12-yard line.
Jonathan Bailey was a return man. So Missouri Valley will take over there with a 14-10 lead.
Quite a few people did come out and watch the game today.
They're all bundled up. Good day to be in a press box. Inside pitch, fake the handoff, pitch it inside, didn't fool anybody. Kind of a slow developing play. That was Jeremiah Bryant with the carry. Loses a yard at 2nd and 11. Three receivers to the bottom of the screen. One to the top, running back. Bryant resets everybody. Eagles are offside.
Free play.
And Eagles have it. Unfortunately, it's not going to count.
Definitely offsides.
Surprised they didn't blow it dead immediately. They're going to talk about it. Let's go over here, he says. Let's go to this side and talk about it. I remember the Tom Stein era here. Central came out in a ball game and ran the ball like the first 3 plays of the game and got a first down. And there was a mathematics teacher here who stood up and yelled, "You've established the running game. Throw the ball."
And we did.
Yeah. Offside defense. Instead of 2nd and 11, it's going to be 2nd and 6. So 2nd down and 6 after the penalty. Bryant, shotgun. Over his head, into the end zone. Let's see if he wants to take a knee there. He's just going to throw it away. He doesn't throw it away. He's got a receiver, and he's got a first down and maybe a touchdown.
It's bye-bye.
He is gone. That's going to be an 82-yard touchdown cat throw, and the official goes down at the 5-yard line. Let's see if they want to mark it there. As Dampier catches the pass off of a busted play and goes 82 yards for a touchdown. That's just bad luck.
I thought he was going to get a safety, and he throws it out to the
you
side.
think you're giving up 2 and the ball in in your territory after the free kick, and instead you score a touchdown and stretch it out to 20-10 with the extra point on the way. Justin Bridges.
No good.
And the crowd hollers, so it stays 20-10. 9:57 to go here in the second quarter. A lot of halftime activities. Gene and his wife are going to go take in the halftime and second half festivities. But we appreciate him coming in and helping out with the broadcast.
I enjoy it. I enjoy coming back to Central.
Yeah, you've been here a lot recently.
Yep, but with my wife's brother that coached here, she has a lot of friends that come here also, so it helps out having all this someone to talk to and visit with and talk about the old days.
Yeah, I enjoy getting around the guys from my era and seeing how much my memory actually works and how much I've forgotten and just recreated in my own mind. When they did the 70s decade team, that was quite enlightening to hear what everybody else had to say about what I thought and what they had to say, which was the truth.
Well, Dale Mason can remember about everything. He remembers scores and everything else, and I have a hard time remembering anything at all. So.
Oh, I know. Doug Freevert and I get together. Whenever we do get together, we always have the same conversation. And I'll tell you that after the kickoff. Short kick down to about the 7-yard line. That's Rankin again. He had a really good return the last time, and he's got another one this time. Back out to the 40-yard line. We go down to the baseball field, and I point to right center field and tell Doug, see that big tree out there? That's where Danny Bestian hit a home run off of you. He goes, that was 40-some years ago, and the tree wasn't nearly that tall. And then he gets on me. He goes, I remember you gave one up into the third row of trailers in left field. That's farther than the one I gave up.
I'll never forget when Randy Dicer was playing left field and the ball went out there and hit him off the top of the head and went over the fence.
Yeah, went out there in Coach Phipps's car with Freevert driving, doing the ambulance, and they're all out there with Dicer wanting to, if he dies, do they get his equipment? They want his stereo. They want his car.
Yeah.
He's got a lump on his head, and he's worried about having to back. He backed up the hill and got hit in the head with a ball. But Freevert always tells me, because Doug Freevert threw the ball 94 miles an hour in 1975.
He could throw it.
1976. He always tells me that it takes a really good pitcher to have a ball hit that far. You got to have a lot of oomph. And I said, so that makes me a good pitcher? He goes, no, you just hung a curveball and a guy hit it a mile. Knocked away. Nice defensive play by Keyshawn Reynolds. Intended for Allen.
Well, we need to score here and make it back at least 3-point game here.
We do, because they're going to get the kickoff. Valley gets the second half kickoff, and you don't want to give up points to them to end the second quarter and then give them the ball to start the third quarter. Motion. Cambridge. Flat pass. That's Johnson. Wrapped up and taken down.
Might have got one or two.
Initial hit by Aiden Schwartzer. Loss of one. It's 4th down and 8. And Evan Workman in to punt. I said last year Evan Workman might have been the most valuable player, offensive player that they had. He punted the ball in almost an average of 10 times a game last year.
You get a lot of practice out of that.
You do get a lot of practice, and he's been pretty good about dumping it inside the 20. That's a little much to ask for here, but got the wind behind him. Gets it away. Going to let it bounce. That'll cost them some yardage. They're going to try and push him into it. Trying to push the return guy into the ball so it'll be a live ball for Central to recover. But, as I say, back inside the 20 it goes. Back about the 14-yard line. So nice punt from Evan Workman. 8:16 to go, 20-10 Missouri Valley. Always enjoy having guys come in and help me out, especially if they're from close to my era and there's not a lot of us left. There's an illegal procedure penalty, false start on the offense. We can talk about coaches, and you had Bill Holmes was your football coach.
Yeah, Coach Holmes was a mastermind. I mean, as far as passing the ball, it was unbelievable. And then we had Scott Swafford, defensive coordinator, and we had 3 grad assistants that year. Bill Pentland.
Former quarterback here.
Jim Stamos, which was also, and then Steve D'Onofrio.
Coach Holmes went out and spent some time with Don Coryell. They were friends, and he went out and learned the Air Coryell offense, and that's where Tom Stein thrived, as did you guys, the wide receivers.
Yeah, the first 2 years I was here was mostly a running team, and then he went out there and came back, and it was a whole different world.
Pass complete out to about the 19-yard line. Going to pick up 5, make it 2nd down and 5. 20 on the play clock. Got plenty of time. Now the officials are going to stop since Valley substituted. Give Central a chance to substitute if they want to. Inside pitch.
Oh, what a hit.
Dampier, and he's tackled this time. He doesn't go 82 yards. Lontos McClinton with the tackle. Loses a yard. 3rd down and 6 now. Eagles would like to get their defense off the field. They got 7+ minutes to go and 3 timeouts as the punt team starts lining up in the circles. College football story this week about Michigan getting caught cheating, stealing signs.
I just don't know how you do that. A lot of time back there. You got to throw it.
And he does, and he's got a man open and
Oh.
almost picked off as he underthrew the ball.
We're going to get the ball back.
Yeah, I've said on several occasions that if you as a coach are not smart enough to change your signals every once in a while, you kind of deserve to have somebody pick them up. Because that's when we play baseball.
Yeah,
That's what we did on the bench. We
That's
try
right.
to steal their signals.
Right.
Because there was a priority given that if you could steal signals, you didn't have to run so much at practice the next day. And us pitchers, we ran with the pitchers, we ran with the catchers, we ran with the infielders, we ran with the outfielders. So anytime we could get out of some of the running, we were all for it. Punt away, going to land about the 45 on the fly. Got it. Inside the 40-yard line.
Down to 38.
That's Rankin again. He's had 2 good kickoff returns and a nice punt return now.
Very good.
So it was a contest in the dugout between all of the pitchers who weren't pitching at the time to steal signals and be correct. And then they made us a bullpen at one point in time out in the corner, and that really got away from the coaching staff in a hurry.
Yes, they did.
There was a road right behind us that people could come and go, and everybody would come out and stop and ask if we needed anything. And then they'd bring it to us. Taken down in the backfield, nice tackle
You're going to lose about 5 there.
by Demarion Hood Jr. Remember our pitching coach came out and sat with us one time and got a bellyache from all the food, all the candy that he wanted. He tried a little bit of everything, and no wonder you guys are not any good when you come in to pitch in the ball game.
We're full.
Yeah, we've had a lot. And we had people come by and ask us if they were on their way to Dairy Queen, need anything. Yeah, sure, bring me a burger, bring me a shake, whatever you want to bring is fine. They drive by and hand it off. Out in the flat, Redwell and tackle for another loss.
He was down. Down by contact.
Keyshawn Reynolds comes up and makes that tackle, makes it 3rd down and 18. The Eagles got the ball back. 5:20 to go. Big conversion coming here. A lot of yardage. You'd think Valley would pin their ears back and come. 3-man rush, so they don't. Cambridge steps up, throws, going to get some of it back.
He got it.
Got it all
He
back.
got the first down.
Forward progress as they continue to push him back and then sling him to the ground. Any more flags come flying from that? Nope, they do not, but it's enough for a first down as it picks up about 20. Be nice to get this to 20-17.
We got 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go.
From just inside the 25. Cambridge keeps it. Slides down as he takes discretion being the better part of valor. He's had a couple of nice scramble runs. Picks up 9, 2nd down 1.
It's a ball on 21-yard line. No, 15.
15, almost 16-yard line. Handed off up the middle. It's Cam Cole, I believe, and he's inside the 5.
Down to the 3.
Eagles have a local player that I've talked about on a lot of broadcasts not playing right now, Garen Vroman from here in Fayette. His senior year of high school, he ran for just a couple of yards short of 3,000 yards his senior year. Cambridge out in the flat, touchdown. Faked it up the middle, threw it out in the flat. Cam Ward with the catch. Simon on for the extra point. (20-16).
Big kick here, make it to 3 points.
Looks good, is good, 20-17.
Got 3 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
So the Eagles battle back. They have a couple of times this year dug themselves a hole where they were down 21 points or so early in the ball game and then play fairly even the rest of the game. But you dug yourself such a big hole that you hardly can't get. I mean, you got to have a lot of stops and some turnovers, and that wasn't happening for them. So good to see them answer back here and not get themselves in that situation today.
So you're going to be doing some of the men's and ladies basketball again this year?
If my health holds out, I am scheduled to do all of them. So
no, good.
I did the first men's game last week, and the women's game and the men's game next Wednesday. I'm scheduled for that. I did a game last Thursday with David Fox, former player at Central Methodist.
I remember David. David was here when I was here. I think he's a couple years younger than me, but he's out of Jeff City area, right?
That is correct. He's out of Jeff City, still down there. Broadcasts a lot of high school basketball for a radio station down there. Covers all 4 of the high schools in the Jeff City area. That's a fair catch call, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Wasn't he in charge of
He's in charge of the Show Me games
now.
Right.
He took that from Kenny Ash, right?
Correct. Ken Ash retired from that, and David took it over. Ken Ash, former basketball coach here at Central.
And
was a baseball coach
for a couple of years.
Oh, was he for a couple? I knew he was my senior year. He was our coach. Did he coach the next year, too?
Yeah, he did, too. Yeah.
Was he still interested in fishing a lot?
Oh, yeah. We had a good time traveling with him. He's a lot of fun.
Well, the year I had him as our head coach, every place we went, the question from him to their coach is, "Can I get fishing spots around here?" Bryant back in. Flushed out. Dives. Takes a hit, but since he didn't go down feet first, they won't call anything.
Picked up a 3.
Pokipalo Oahu on the tackle.
You had to practice that name a lot, did you?
Yeah, we try. we got the pronunciation guide, and I'm sure I'm still not doing it right. Pokipala, I know is correct, but yeah. He flushes out, turns around, runs this way, runs that way, completes a pass. He's very elusive, and it has really helped him in this game. They've got a touchdown off a broken play that he threw a ball out of his own end zone from a snap over his head and went 82 yards for a touchdown.
Basically, there he should have had a 5-yard loss, but he gained 7 or 8 yards.
And it's a first down.
Yeah. Got 2:15 for halftime. And both teams are going to let the clock run.
Wyohu is how the last part of that is pronounced. Bryant looks downfield again. Screen pass coming. Fairly well set up. Taken down just short of the first down. It'll be second down and about a yard.
About the 46-yard line.
Both sides with plenty of timeouts left.
Second down and 1. Only rushing 4. Come get him.
Fans want him to get caught, and there's an
Oh.
interception. Did he get his feet down inbounds?
Yes, he did. First down, Central Methodist.
Nigel Vaughn with the pick. I know that's not his first of the year. Find my defensive statistics and tell you. Must be on the previous page.
So Central Methodist has the ball on the 31-yard line. On their own 31.
I keep looking, but I don't find his name on here. So it's just the fact that I can't figure him out.
Running play, picked up 1. It's going to be second down and 9.
So Drake Dudley checks in, wide receiver, bottom of the screen. Second and 9.
We're down to 1 minute to go.
Trying to score, trying not to give the ball back to Missouri Valley. Bounces out, does the running back, and picks up a little bit. Out to the 35-yard line. That's Cam Cole. And now Missouri Valley takes a timeout.
43 seconds to go in the before half.
We'll have all the band, dance team information, King and Queen candidates, all of that for you, so don't go away at halftime. We'll try and pick up everything from Gary Linhart, the PA announcer, through our system.
Well, Charlie, I want to thank you for letting me come in for the first half of homecoming here, and appreciate it very much.
Gene, you're always welcome. Like I say, I was a year ahead of Gene here at school, but we have great memories of baseball, of players involved.
So next week when you got Steve in here, you got to tell him I did a lot better job than he's doing, right?
You know, but Steve will tell me, yeah, I don't doubt that.
He's a great person.
He is a wonderful guy, and his father is a legend here, and I preach this on a regular basis. I wish they would name something in this school system, somewhere at this school after
Dr. Legend.
Yeah, Doc Jim and Libby Lujan.
Yeah.
Cambridge on third down. Throws complete across the 45, and let's see if Central wants to start taking timeouts.
Like the ball's going to be on the Central Methodist 48-yard line.
They don't look like they're taking a timeout.
Nope.
37
46.
seconds and counting. I'd like to get in field goal range at least. There's a hold that's not called, and there's a pass that's going to be intentional grounding. Oh, they're calling it a tip pass.
Ball, yeah.
That's probably the only thing that's saving, because it didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, and there was no receiver anywhere close. They talk to each other. I like the fact that they have mics and can talk to each other. It saves a lot of running to the sideline to explain to somebody what goes on. The officials can all talk to each other. Second and 10.
27 seconds to go before half.
Dudley in motion.
Oh.
Cambridge sacked. Almost sacked and then was sacked. Aiden Schwarzer.
I think both teams are going to be happy and let the clock run out.
Yeah, I don't think anybody seems too intent with 13 seconds to go. Gene, you made your way up. You live in Farmington?
Correct.
So, and I grew up in St. Genevieve, so pretty familiar with that area.
Yep.
So we're going to go to halftime. No, we're not.
Shows no time on the clock.
7 seconds back on the clock. Well, I don't know, but might as well air one out, huh?
That's third down. It's not fourth down, so yeah, you can come back.
Throw it as far down the field and hope for a catch or a pass interference penalty. Missouri Valley may rue that decision.
I don't know why they called timeout that on this. I'd let it run out.
unless their coach just is of the opinion that he doesn't want to take any into halftime with him. Got him, might as well use them.
Well, they won't let you carry him over to the next half.
I know, but it's always a question that can be asked. Can we take our other timeouts from this half and use them next half? It's not like basketball that have media timeouts all the time to give you a break. You get 3 timeouts each half in football, and that's it. Basketball, you get 5 timeouts, plus there's a media timeout every 4 minutes.
Right.
Hard to get a flow. Well, let's see if Cambridge wants to air it out or whether he wants to run a draw play to his running back right behind him. Throws it, and he throws it almost, it hits the railing in front of the stands.
And the clock runs out.
Yep, because it has to wait for it to hit something out of bounds before the clock stops. So that will do it at halftime. I want to thank Gene again and thank his wife for letting him come do this. She's enjoyed being in the press box in the warmth instead of standing outside. But I suspect they're on their way to tailgate or do something right about now. Going to have a drink of water. All right. Thank you, Gene.
Thank you very much. Charlie, thank you.
No problem. That's Gene Williams, Hairston Hall of Famer, who's been in to help us do the first half of this ball game. You'll get Jay Sean Northington to come in and help me do the second half. So I'm just moving some things around. We'll open up the window. We'll catch the band in just a moment. So 2017, give you some real quick numbers. Cambridge 14 of 21 in the first half, 134 yards and a touchdown. Tion Harris 11 of 14, 176 yards and 3 touchdowns, but he's also thrown a pick. So that's the 2 quarterbacks. We're going to slide open the window and let some cold air in, but also let the sound of Central Band and the PA system all come into play as well, as we will tip all of this, turn our mics and everything that direction. Put the windsock back on this headset, and then I'm going to put my headset up there. And here we go.
The sound of Central, the CMU marching band. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce our 2023 Homecoming King and Queen candidates, as well as our candidates for CMU's Prince and Princess. Up first are our Prince and Princess candidates. Please welcome seniors Isabella Fuller from Real Springs, Missouri, and Evan Workman from St. Louis, Missouri. Isabella is the grandchild of Tracy and Steve Clary. She is majoring in physical education. Isabella is a member of the volleyball team in Sigma Pi Alpha. A fun fact about Isabella is that she has played in Italy on the USA Nike volleyball team. Evan Workman is the son of Andrew and Shannon Workman. He is majoring in accounting. Evan is a member of the football team along with the track and field squad. A fun fact about Evan is he's treasurer of the Delta Beta Tau fraternity. Isabella Fuller and Evan Workman. Next up, sophomores Ava Notice from Wentzville, Missouri, and Jackson Heiser from Butler, Missouri. Ava is the daughter of Brian and Terry Notice. She is majoring in communications. Ava is a member of the volleyball team and Kappa Beta Gamma. Jackson is the son of Jason and Ashley Heiser. She is majoring in biology. Jackson is a member of the track and field team and a resident assistant on campus. Ava Notice and Jackson Heiser. Our final Princess and Prince candidates are Avery Irwin from Salem, Missouri, and Caleb Green from Concordia, Missouri. Avery is the daughter of Cameron and Holly Irwin. She is majoring in business. Avery is a member of the volleyball team. And a fun fact about Avery is that when she graduates from CMU, she wants to go to pastry school. Caleb is the son of Julie Johnson and Chris King. He is majoring in business. Caleb is a member of Alpha Phi Gamma and the baseball team. Fun fact about Caleb is he was born in Richmond, Virginia. Avery Irwin and Caleb King. And now it's time for our King and Queen candidates. Our first pair is Carly Wolf from Lakeover, Missouri, and Tyrone Harris from Dixon, Missouri. Carly is the daughter of Kai and Eric Schultz. She is majoring in marketing with a minor in accounting and graphic design. Carly is a member of Kappa Beta Gamma, the volleyball team, and the track and field team. A fun fact about Carly is that her favorite food is cheeseburgers. Tyrone is the son of Valerie and Tyrone Harris Sr. He is double majoring in business and communication. Tyrone is the president of Delta Sigma Psi and an audio technician for CMU Studio, Assembly Hall, and Praise Band. A fun fact about Tyrone as he has run a music studio out of his room during his time here at Central Methodist. Carly Wolf and Tyrone Harris. Next up is Ashley Ritter from Liberty, Missouri, and Austin Ennis from Ewingville, Missouri. Ashley is the daughter of Marty and Greg Ritter. She is majoring in exercise science with an emphasis in athletic training, and she's also minoring in psychology. Ashley is the president of Zeta Psi Lambda, a member of the Athletic Training Student Organization, a student ambassador, and a member of the women's golf team. Ashley is looking forward to starting and finishing her Master of Athletic Training here at Central Methodist. A fun fact about Ashley is she has 2 dogs named Cotton and Fictious. Austin is the son of Tim and Jennifer Ennis. He is majoring in biology with a minor in chemistry. Austin is a member of the varsity baseball team, the treasurer of Alpha Epsilon Delta and Gamma Sigma Epsilon, the president of Greek Council, and vice president of Pi Delta Theta. A fun fact about Austin is that he is double jointed in his shoulder. Ashley Ritter and Austin Ennis. Our next pair of candidates is Alicia Zamora from Spain and Steven Sanchez from Yuba City, California. Alicia is the daughter of Jose Ignacio Zamora and Cristina Susmacon. She is double majoring in sports management and business management. Alicia is a member of the women's soccer team. Steven is the son of Steve and Kathy Sanchez. He is majoring in sports management. Steven has been on the football team here at Central Methodist for 4 years. And a fun fact about Steven is that he loves Central Methodist University. Our final pair of candidates are Annabelle Boston from Jefferson City, Missouri, and Brody Armstrong from Oak Grove, Missouri. Annabelle is the daughter of Jeff and Julie Mawson. She is majoring in business with a minor in marketing. Annabelle is a member of the varsity volleyball team. And a fun fact about Annabelle is that she loves to travel and has been to over 10 countries. Brody is the son of James and Melinda Armstrong. He is majoring in biology. Fun fact about Brody is that he is the president of Pi Delta Theta. Annabelle Boston and Brody Armstrong. Assisting the candidates today are last year's King and Queen, Leah Starnes and Matthew Barker. Leah is the daughter of Jeff and Debbie Starnes. She is currently working in her home state as a nurse and will be applying to anesthesiology school. Matthew is the son of David and Trish Barker. After graduation, he relocated to Kansas City and continued working in a supervisory role in security while actively pursuing a career in the federal justice system. Leah Starnes and Matthew Barker. And now following them are the 2 cutest junior escorts on the planet. Please give a round of applause to Chloe Gala and Beckham Schmidlin. Chloe is the daughter of Coach Adam and Alicia Gala. She is 4 years old, loves to play dress up, play with Barbies, and dance. Chloe wants to be a kitty cat or a princess when she grows up. Beckham is the son of Coach Dan and Jill Strickland. He is 7 years old and in the 2nd grade at St. Mary's School. He enjoys basketball, his PlayStation, and watching Daddy's soccer games. Beckham wants to be a basketball player when he grows up. Ladies and gentlemen, how about one final round of applause for your 2023 CMU Homecoming Court. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 CMU Prince and Princess Introduction, your Prince, Evan Workman. And your 2023 Homecoming Princess, Isabella Fuller. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for. Please welcome your Central Methodist University Homecoming King, Tyrone Harris. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 Homecoming Queen, Carly Wolf. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 Central Methodist University Homecoming Court.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is just Sean Northington here with Central Methodist University, broadcasting on the behalf of Charlie. Right now, I'm actually broadcasting with him. So I'm going to talk about the halftime stats so far. So we have Central Methodist trailing behind Missouri Valley just by 3 points, 17-20 as a score. Total yards, both teams, Central Methodist 194, Missouri Valley 236. Passing yards, we have 134 Central Methodist passing yards, and Missouri Valley with 176, And as far as rushing yards, they're pretty equivalent to each other, 60 yards both ways. And as far as first downs, Missouri Valley tend to be trailing a little bit behind Central Methodist when it comes to first downs. But according to the score, it doesn't really matter. But as far as turnovers, like I said, is equivalent, one turnover per team. And stuff. We had a fumble and an interception. Fumble by Central Methodist University and an interception by Missouri Valley. As far as possession time, about the same, but Missouri Valley on top with 14 minutes and 27 seconds per possession time. And we have Central Methodist University with 14 minutes and 10 seconds. So that would conclude these halftime stats. I'm going to let you get back to enjoying your homecoming. This is Jashawn Northington with Central Methodist University and Hart Conference Network. Thank you.
So we are at halftime. 20-17 is our halftime score. We got a little over 2 minutes to go. King and Queen have been announced. The float competition, all that has been announced. So we'll get rearranged here after we had Gene Williams in. Looking at some halftime stats. Maybe some stuff that Jay Sean didn't tell you. Central actually has more first downs in the first half than Missouri Valley did, but Missouri Valley also scored on an 82-yard pass play, so there's not a lot of first downs to be had in that. But scoring recap in the ball game. Tion Harris, 13-yard touchdown pass to Dorian Miles at the 6:30 mark of the first quarter. Made it 6-0. Justin Keller's extra point attempt was good, 7-0. Then Joe Cambridge ran for 5 yards for a touchdown for Central Methodist at the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Oscar Simon's extra point ties it at 7. Then Tion Harris Passes to Marcus Stepanoff for 11 yards, which was a wonderful catch, one-handed catch at the corner of the end zone. At the 14:08 mark of the second quarter, or start of the second quarter, Keller's kick good, made it 14-0. Oscar Simon, 37-yard field goal attempt at 11:20 of the second quarter is good, makes it 14-10. And then Harris passes to Khalil Dampier for 83 yards for a touchdown. That was on a broken play. Snap out of the shotgun formation, went over his head into the end zone. He picks it up. Thought he was just going to throw the ball away, but he throws it to a receiver who catches it and takes it 83 yards for a touchdown. That was with 9:57 to go. Extra point good, makes it 21, or the extra point is no good, made it 20-10. Joe Cambridge passed to Chase Rankin for 2 yards for a touchdown. Makes it 20-16, and Oscar Simon's extra point attempt makes it 20-17, and that's where we are at halftime. Missouri Valley will get the ball to start quarter number 3. Homecoming, and now it starts to rain, and it starts getting a little bit colder. I'm going to look at my phone and tell you that the temperature is not conducive to football, but it is more football weather than the 90 degrees that we've had before. My phone says it's 37 degrees and feels like 34, and it's starting to rain harder right now. Says there's going to be. My phone says there's going to be a break in the rain in a minute as it's raining much harder right now. So we may lose one or two of our auxiliary cameras as they're sitting outside, and don't want them to get too much water on them. We may just go with the huddle camera on top until this stops.
Yeah, I know that's right, Charlie. We don't want to mess up our beautiful equipment we have here.
And we got a little bit invested in it. Kick along the ground, gets back inside the 10, and it's run out to the 31-yard line. In fact, Jay Sean, why don't you run out there and grab the camera over there, or see if they have something to put over it, and when it quits raining, we'll go back to it, but we need to get that camera dried out. Just
okay.
Unplug it maybe and drag the camera and camcorder, the tripod in, and then we'll put it back out if we get a chance to do that.
Okay, I got you.
Thank you, and we'll just we'll go along. I'll give you more information, so we'll keep the scoreboard and everything up to date. We'll tell you what's going on. It's 1st and 10. As Harris and Bryant. Harris the quarterback, Bryant the running back. We're going to be looking at it through rain-soaked windows as well, so be a little harder for us to see as well as for you to see. Bryant with a carry across the 35-yard line. Bryant had 7 carries for 15 yards in the first half. He had 793 yards coming into the ball game. He was averaging 105 yards rushing per ball game, and he's got 15 plus that 4. So it's 2nd down and 6. Hands it to Bryant again. He's met in the backfield and taken down for a loss. Lontus McClinton on the tackle. Ball's at the 32. It's 3rd down and 8. Rain keeps coming down. Harris looks, escapes. It's what he did best, slides down. Enough for a first down. We'll move the chains to make it 1st and 10. Ball at the Viking 43-yard line. Miles with one of the touchdown catches, bottom of the screen. Still got 10 on the play clock as Harris checks his signal to play in. Rolls out, looks downfield, throws, short, incomplete. Pass was intended for Brent Clary, junior out of Atchison, Kansas. 2nd down and 10. First possession of the second half. 20-17 is the score. It's 2nd down and 10 from the 43. Harris out in the flat to Bryant. Going to pick up the first down and then some. Not out of bounds, not down yet. Now he is inside the 40. So 1st and 10, Eagle 37-yard line. It looks like the rain might be letting up a little bit. Hand off to Bryant. They went to him early in the ball game. He didn't get much. They've come back to him here to start the second half. McClinton on the tackle again. But it's a gain of 6, so it's 2nd down and 4. Motion, resets on the left side. Run it that way with Bryant right up the middle. He's into the secondary, inside the 10, inside the 5, churning, and he's in the end zone. Jeremiah Bryant with a 30-yard touchdown run. Didn't come into contact with anybody until about the 10, and then he carried them all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Hey, Charlie, we should be good to go as far as the equipment.
Okay. Has the rain let up a little bit, or they got it covered?
Just a tad bit, but we got everything covered so far.
Okay, so Jeremiah Bryant, senior out of Atwood, Tennessee, makes it 26-17 with the extra point pending. Ball's down, kick on the way. And it's good, so 27-17 is our score now with 10:55 to go. So a 4-minute and 5-second drive by Missouri Valley to open up the second half of play. Still got a lot of folks here. They popped out the umbrella, and they're going to stay and watch the ball game.
Oh, yeah, they said we're watching the game no matter what. You came prepared.
Next week, number 21, Baker's in town. Seems like just almost every week you're playing somebody that's ranked. They played number 7, Benedictine, receiving votes Mid-America, number 21, Baker. So that's the nature of the Heart of America Conference. Good teams in all the sports that are ranked nationally. Central Methodist women's basketball team starts out as the number 2 team in the nation in the first preseason poll.
Oh, yeah, we should have some good games approaching us. What you think?
Women have had to reload. The men have already gotten a game in and won their opener, so that's a good start for Coach Matt Sherman.
Yeah, those boys came out to play, and they played pretty great, I think.
I think it was a good start. Because they've got 4 preseason games, and then you're into the Hart Conference. Ball spins out of bounds. That'll be a penalty. It'll come out to the 35-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will take over as it bounced and went out of bounds. In the Hart Basketball Conference this year, everybody plays everybody in the conference twice. Last year was a little more of a staggered schedule where you played everybody in your division twice and then some of the teams from the other division. Now you're going to play 22 conference games, so there's not a lot of room for non-conference games in your schedule.
That should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, the women start out, their first conference game is against last year's national champion, Clark.
Oh, yeah. I found it
At Clark.
Yeah, I find it pretty crazy. We ended up beating Clark, what is it, about three times?
Three times last year.
Three times last year?
But they were on the other side of the bracket. We got knocked off in the semifinal. They won their semifinal and then beat the team that beat us.
Yeah, talk about very unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't know how everybody would have felt if it had been a Hart Conference Championship final.
That would have been pretty crazy.
For the 4th time, playing each other for the 4th time this year.
Yeah.
Gain of 4 on the play. Gain of 5 make it on the play. 2nd and 5. Running play doesn't go anywhere. It's back to the original line of scrimmage almost. Be 3rd down and 10.
So far, I can say Central Methodist has played a pretty impressive game so far. I mean, way better than what I expected it to play out so far.
Yeah, but this is Missouri Valley, and we don't like each other very much.
Yeah, that is true.
So you can throw all that out the window. They're 4-3, we're 1-7, and Cambridge on the run, throws downfield, finds his man. That's Drake Dudley, and he's got the catch from plenty for a first down inside the 35-yard line.
Beautiful catch.
The Vikings at the 34-yard line. Nice roll. Cambridge has nice legs. He's able to get out of trouble, pick up a little bit. He ran for 13 yards in the first half, and that's net minus sack yardage. There's Johnson, tries to dip outside. Gets back to close to the line of scrimmage. You're going to call it a 1-yard loss. Loss of a couple on the play. 2nd down, 12. Whitley checks back in at tight end. Rice checks out. 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. Tight end left side. 1 running back. Cambridge keeps it. Looks downfield and throws. Got a man open in the corner, but it hangs in the air too long, and it's knocked away. Intended for Aaron Edwards. Broken up by Taylor Hunt.
I guess it's one of those plays where, as a quarterback, you got to throw that pretty earlier. You got to throw that quicker.
Yep, he put a little air underneath of it and gave the defensive back a chance to get recover and get his hand on it and knock it away.
Yeah, a little too much air.
Well, you're on the move. You can't plant and throw the ball as hard as you'd like to because you're moving around a little bit. So now it's 3rd down and 12. Not in field goal range. Under pressure. Gets away from the first bunch. Throws it on the sideline towards Allen, but it's out of bounds, incomplete. No reason to punt from here. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to punt from the 36-yard line. Hope to pin them back inside the 10. Workman has done a fake punt before, so keep that in mind. Does punt it. Gets it away. Fair catch called. Going to bounce inside the 5 and head into the end zone. So a touchback. So a net 16 yards on the punt. So the defense back on the field for the Eagles. They need to work on a stop here and get the ball back for the offense. 27-17. 8:18 to go here in quarter number 3.
Yep, there's still plenty of time left in this ball game. It's only the third quarter. And one more quarter after this.
You got plenty of time. You just need a stop, a couple of stops in a row, get back into this.
Exactly.
Be back here next week, 1 o'clock again. Baker Wildcats in town.
Hopefully the weather will be better.
Hopefully the weather will be better. Draw play or running play to Bryant. Back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Be second down and 10.
Call it a no-gainer.
Yeah, right back to the line of scrimmage at the 20. Play clock down to 19. Still got plenty of time. Bryant in the shotgun. Or Harris hands it to Bryant. He's tackled for a loss on the play of about a yard.
There's those stops you were talking about, Charlie.
Yeah, got to continue on. Got to get off the field. Defense does now.
Yep.
Lonnis McClinton with the tackle. Said his name a lot today.
Oh, yeah, he's been pretty much everywhere. He's one of those players where he's just everywhere, man.
Pull it up. That was his 6th tackle of the ball game. So 3rd and 11. Harris. Motion. Fakes the pitch. Screen pass out to the side. Tipped at the line of scrimmage. Gives the defense a chance to get there. They do, and it looks like it's another loss.
Yep. Another loss it is.
McClinton on the tackle again.
Make that 7 for him, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. He's one of the leading tacklers on this team, if not the leading tackler on this team.
Pretty impressive. Coming straight off a leg injury from last year.
Chase Rankin back. He's had 2 good kickoff returns and a good punt return. Standing at his own 38-yard line. Punt is away. Not going to get to him. We're going to bounce and get a big roll, and Rankin thinks about coming up and getting it, but he decides better of that. It's going to roll to the 38-yard line where he started, and that's where the Eagles will take over on offense.
Say, Charlie, it seems like every time this year we've hosted an event, like a big event here, it's been raining, either raining or very cold.
Yeah.
I mean, Family Day was just like that. We had a delay. We had to postpone the game to the next day.
To the next day. Yeah, and it's amazing because we went through a pretty severe drought in this part of Missouri earlier where we didn't get any rain at all through the summertime.
And that's crazy. Look how it just snuck up on us, huh?
Yeah, we're getting caught up all at once. Cam Cole with a carry, but he's going to lose 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 14.
For the Eagles, that is something you do not need right now.
Nope, you're getting further behind the sticks all the time. We need a positive play on 1st down so you can open up your playbook a little bit.
Exactly.
You run anything you want to. Now it's kind of you're in draw, screen, and pass mode. Cambridge rolls, throws it, and it's going to be caught close to the original line of scrimmage. Gain of 3 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 11. Cambridge throws a lot of touch passes. He hasn't stretched the field long, maybe once in the ball game, and that's about it. It's not a day that's conducive to a lot of things because of the wet football. But
Yeah.
the safeties keep walking up and getting closer to the line of scrimmage all the time.
Seems like Cambridge is trying to play a safe game right now. Trying not to throw any interceptions.
Well, there he goes on the run. He's going to pick up a few yards, get out to the 44-yard line, but he's going to come up 4 yards short of the first down. It'll be 4th down. Coach Brown says punt team, and off they go.
Well, there's somebody on the car.
Yeah, somebody's horn was going off. I looked to see if it was mine. It wasn't. So sometimes I sit on my keys or do such that the alarm goes off.
Oh,
Evan
yeah.
Workman in to punt. Dampier standing back at his own 24-yard line. They block the punt, and there's nothing but white shirts there. They recover it. Could have run it in for a touchdown, but to make sure they got it, falls on it.
Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate for the Eagles.
Number 2 over there getting a lot of affection is Gabe Ellefson, so maybe he blocked the punt. Because I thought it was 30 that recovered it. McNair. Ball at the 19. Now the defense has to step up and limit this to a field goal opportunity. A try. You're down 10 with 3:52 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, the defense has to work 10 times as harder now.
Yeah, they've got to stop it as quick as they can, not give up, and make it a 3-score ball game.
Yeah.
Pass low, called incomplete, as it was intended for Adonis Whitley, freshman out of St. Louis. Second and 10 from the 19, 3:46 to go.
Yeah, that's exactly what this defense needs. Strong defense. You hear
Yeah.
the crowd chanting.
Watch for Bryant on a run play. Fake it to him. Throw it in the end zone. Wide open touchdown.
Wow. Add 6 more for Missouri Valley.
Yep, Marcus stepping off with his second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Makes it 33-17 with 3:42 to go. That gets a few folks standing up and heading towards the exit. Looks like the rain may have stopped, but the cold has not stopped.
Yeah. Man, this cold is biting.
It is. We did the first game here this year. It was 90-plus degrees. Now it's 30-some degrees. It was 80 earlier in the week.
And I tell you about Missouri weather, Charlie.
Yeah. You don't know it as well as I do. If you
No.
don't think about Missouri weather, extra point is good. If you don't like it, wait a few minutes. It'll change.
Yeah, you're not lying about that.
Yeah, I do. Missouri is one of the few states where you can get all 4 seasons of the year in one day.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's 30 degrees, it's snowing, then it gets up into the 60s and rains, and then the next thing you know, it's back in the 40s, and we're back to fall, and then overnight we're back to sleet.
Oh, yeah. It kind of reminds me of Memphis, but not just as quite, just because Memphis isn't as cold as Missouri. But back in Memphis, back at home in Memphis, you experience maybe 4 seasons in one day as well. Like in the mornings, very, very cold. Then later on in the afternoon, it tends to get a bit hot. Then the cycle just goes on and on.
Yep. So wet here right now, and that's not going to change on the field because there's no sun that's going to dry anything out. 34-17, 3:42 to go in the third quarter here on homecoming. Still got quite a few vehicles over far right in the tailgate zone over there. Valley to kick it off. Kicking it away from Rankin. Back to the 20-yard line, and that's about it. Ball's at the 21. Eagles will have it there. 3:38 to go, third quarter. It was 20-17 at the half, 34-17 now. Cambridge. Sideline, incomplete. Aaron Edwards, the intended receiver. Will make it second down and 10. Eagles really need to have a sustained drive here and come away with points. Otherwise, Missouri Valley's on the verge of opening this thing up to where the Eagles are not going to be able to recover from that.
Oh, yeah, I agree, Charlie.
Cambridge keeps it, ducks his head, picks up a yard, make it third down and 9. Run pass option, read it. Didn't hand it off, which was probably a good idea since the defense was waiting for the running back to get it. But that makes it third down and 9.
Yeah, the defense just invaded their property there. I mean, not letting them get in.
Yeah, they're at the point now of knowing they can control the running game, so they're going after the quarterback a little more now. Where it did have a 3-man front, now they've got a 4-man front. Just kind of disregarding the object of running altogether. Cambridge almost picked off.
Ooh, wee.
That's 28 that almost had that ball. Jalen Brown, senior out of Hartwell, Georgia.
I wonder how far that is from here, Charlie.
How far Georgia is from here?
Well, that part.
Hartwell.
Hartwell, yeah.
Don't know. I've been down in the Atlanta area several times, but I've not really seen much else of Georgia. My son played baseball down in that end of the world a couple of different weekends.
That's pretty cool.
Nashville was about as nice a place as we went. We went there twice. That was a very nice situation down there.
Was it for baseball as well?
Baseball as well, yeah.
Man, baseball is just in your blood, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I did. My dad got me into baseball early on. We got a player down, no flag, and that's probably I don't know if that's Workman or somebody else.
Yeah, I got kind of confused there. I got kind of concerned there, too. I thought it should have been a roughing a kicker or something.
And coming off. I don't know how you get blasted like that. It's not the kicker. It's number 48, Ashton Stein. No, my dad got me into baseball at a very young age. My brother is 5 years older than I am, and he was a really good baseball player. And my dad got me into that as well. And I started playing baseball when I was 5, and I quit playing baseball when I graduated from Central when I was 22. Then I coached baseball. Then I coached my son's baseball. I coached at Central Methodist here. I was an assistant coach.
I see why your name is so big around Central Methodist.
Yeah, my name is not big around Central Methodist. That's not true. Long pass, going to be picked off back at the 10-yard line as Valley goes for the jugular. Nigel Vaughn with his second interception of the ball game. Eagles have the ball back at their own 10. Now, Jay Sean, when I came to school at Central, they did not have scholarships for baseball.
What did they have scholarships for then?
Football, basketball.
Just those two?
Yep, that's pretty much it. There wasn't much else on campus. I don't know that they had any track scholarships, but they did have football and they did have basketball scholarships. The year after I got here, they started giving some baseball scholarships. But since I was already here, that was not a possibility.
Wow. And look at times have changed.
Yeah. Down under 2 minutes to go here. No gain on the first down play. It's second down and 10. Out pattern. Edwards has it. picks up about 5 or maybe 6 on the play. Be 3rd down and 5. Jalen Brown with the tackle. Third down and 5. Big play for the Eagles. Cambridge flushed. Low, incomplete. Cambridge comes off the field unhappy with his effort on that as he threw the ball low, incomplete. Would have been enough for a first down. 4th down and Workman back in. Standing back at his own 1. On the Eagles side of midfield is the return man, Dampier. Workman needs a good punt. Here they come again. He gets it away. Going to land at the 40 and bounce and go out of bounds near the 49-yard line, 48-yard line in Central Territory. So Valley will have the ball there with good field position. 1:08 to go here in the 3rd quarter. The year before I came to school here, Jay Sean, the baseball team finished with a losing record, and I don't know the exact, but everybody says came in last in the Heart of America in baseball.
Last?
Last.
Wow.
The next year we won the conference championship.
Do you think it's because you were on the team?
Oh, that didn't have a thing in the world to do with it. Running play inside all the way down to the 25-yard line. That is number 26, and that's James Phillips, sophomore out of St. Louis. We played a conference baseball tournament in Kansas where you played everybody but one team. You played one team during the regular season. We'll talk about that right after this play. Outside throw. Dampier's got it. Stood up at the line of scrimmage, and that's where they'll mark it, and you're down there. You played one regular season game that counted towards the conference tournament, and then you played everybody else in the conference over a 3-day period.
Over a 3-day period?
Yep.
So about how many games is that in
3
days?
6.
6 games? So what about? Wow.
6 games in 3 days. We went 5-1 in that tournament. Those days, 6-1 overall.
Wow.
Won all of the games we won we won in our last at bat, whether that was the bottom of the 6th, top of the 7th, bottom of the 7th. We have a timeout on the field.
Who all was in your conference at that time?
Missouri Valley, that's the team we played during the regular season. Then there was Ottawa, Baker, Graceland, William Jewell, Tarkio, which is now defunct, and there was one more Kansas school, I think. But that was the conference, and we went out there. We went and played that weekend conference tournament with 12 players on our team.
12 players, Charlie?
12 players on the team. Yep.
Wow.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. That's what's going on.
Yeah, I thought it was a timeout, too. She said that. Then I got to thinking, maybe it's...
It's the end of the 3rd quarter, 34-17. So we went out there with 12 players, 3 of which were full-time pitchers.
Full-time pitchers?
Yeah. In my freshman year of college, the DH was available. I batted twice.
You batted twice?
I batted 4 times in my 4-year career at Central Methodist.
Wow. What was your primary position?
I was a pitcher. I started out as a relief pitcher and through then became a starting pitcher and could go back and forth. I was very fortunate. My father taught me how to pitch when I was young in such a way that I never hurt my arm.
That's pretty rare nowadays because it's a lot of injuries, a lot of common injuries.
There is. Pass over the middle down to about the 10-yard line, as that is stepping off again. That'll be a first down. It'll be close to first and goal. We'll see if they put the sticks up or call it first and goal from the 10. It is first and goal at the 10. I never had a sore arm in 4 years of college baseball. So I was able to pitch on a Monday, let's say, and I could throw relief on Tuesday or Wednesday and come back and pitch again Thursday or Friday.
Talk about blessed.
Absolutely. And my father taught me there's a reverse on the outside.
Wow.
And it's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown, and that is Chase Buford, sophomore from Springfield, Missouri, with a touchdown, 10-yard run.
Make it an out-of-reach game right now.
Yeah, making it pretty hard for the Eagles right now. So my father was in the Army, and he learned something from somebody while he was in the service. He played on an Army baseball team. He learned how to throw a curveball. He taught me how to throw one. I started throwing it when I was 11, which I would not suggest on a regular basis. But I got to college, and that was my out pitch. I could throw that pretty well. Extra point is good, 41-17. Played for 3 years for Steve Phipps. And then my last year for Ken Ash. Very fortunate. I had really good teammates that bailed me out on a regular basis. When I would be giving up 4 or 5 runs, they'd score 6 or 7 runs. So several of those are one of those players is in the Hall of Fame right now. The team is in the Hall of Fame, and I think there's going to be 2 or 3 more players off of that team being into the Hall of Fame very soon. So off the guys I played with for 4 years, probably 4 or 5 of them will be in the Hall of Fame very soon, and that's not me. So, enough about baseball. 41-17, 14:07 to go. As Justin Keller gets ready to kick off. Drills it deep inside the 5. Fair catch taken. Goes into the end zone. And it'll be dead. It's called dead there as they were going to run it out, which would have been a big mistake. It'll come out to the 25.
Pretty fair yardage there.
Yeah, much better than picking it up and trying to run it out of your end zone with people coming down on you pretty quick.
Oh, yeah. At that point, you just send yourself up for failure.
Oh, you're setting yourself up to be inside the 10-yard line in all kinds of trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So Joe Cambridge back out. Eagles have got to score and score a lot and score quickly. Quick out, in and out of the hands of the receiver. Dudley, the intended receiver. Crowd is thinned out a little bit. There's still quite a few, though, that have stuck it out.
Call them loyal fans.
They have their umbrellas, their ponchos, their covers, their quilts, their everything. Try and stay dry and warm right now. Your family's in from Memphis.
Oh, yes, sir.
Are you actually from Memphis these days, or are you from Arkansas?
I'm from Memphis, but I currently live in Arkansas when I'm not here.
False start on the offense will make it 2nd and 15. Eagles shooting themselves in the foot a little bit.
Yeah, 6-hour drive, Charlie. 6-hour drive.
Haven't been to Memphis. Been to Nashville a couple of times. My son played on a baseball field in Nashville with David Price. professional baseball pitcher.
Wow.
Oh, there's a terrible option. There's a picked off return for a touchdown is Cambridge. There is a flag back by where Cambridge, 2 flags back by where Cambridge is. So we'll see if it's roughing the passer, which would negate the pick 6 that just took place. As it was a bad decision to throw it while being sacked, and it was picked off by Jalen Brown, but let's see if it stays or whether it is overturned. Got an official down on a knee tying his shoe. Here comes the referee's decision on it. Nobody's leaving the field, so personal foul, roughing the passer.
Take that touchdown back.
Yep. No pick 6.
And a first down.
Automatic first down. Is it an automatic first down? They haven't marked that up yet. They're saying it's...
Yeah, I'm kind of confused.
They haven't moved the sticks yet at all. They're marking off the penalty and say it's going to be second down. Nope, they're going to give it first down, automatic.
Okay, there we go. There we go. We were right.
Just took a while to get there.
Yep.
Remember, game was delayed at the start because the chains were not working correctly. Cambridge, quick out. Receiver falls down and is hurt. That's a non-contact injury for the receiver.
That's not good. Doesn't look good.
Does not look good. We are not going to do any conjecture on who it is or what the problem is until we get a better look at it. Like I say, men got off to a good start. Soccer's doing very well. Women are number 4 in the nation.
Shout out to the women.
And they both beat Missouri Valley here last week at a home game. And I know the playoffs start soon for all of that.
Yep, both home games against Missouri Valley were great turnouts, by the way. Both women's and men's.
Looking to see the injured player is Tavion Miller, junior out of Columbia, Missouri. So second down and 10. 13:51, time left, but the Eagles have got to put some points on the board and do it pretty quickly. Cambridge. Sacked. One to go quick. Could not go quickly. Could not unload it. And Christian Harvey, senior defensive lineman out of Kansas City, comes through and makes the tackle. Loss of 6 on the play. So third down and 16 as the clock runs. Be here next week for Baker. Wednesday night basketball for those of you that want to tune in for that.
Don't want to miss it.
Women play Stevens. Men play the University of Science, Health, and Pharmacy out of St. Louis. Pass behind, but Whitley catches it. Tries to get to the first down marker. Going to come up about 3 yards short. See what Coach Brown wants to do. Punt team's ready to go, and here they come. Fourth down and 4. The women's be the first game of the year for them with all of their new players. They only return 1 starter, but it happens to be the player that led the nation in steals last year for Central Methodist, Tori Cook.
Hopefully we're going to be talking about her a lot more this season.
I think so. She's got an interesting story.
Oh, yeah.
Punt is away. Fair catch called for and taken. And that was taken by Jonathan Bailey. Tori Cook came out of high school, went to Georgia Tech for a year, didn't like it, enlisted and was a Marine for 3.5 years. She got to Central because one of the players who had a scholarship a week before being on campus decided to go somewhere else. So Coach Davis had an open scholarship and ended up with Torrey Cook. And he says it's the best thing that could have possibly happened.
And I would agree 100%.
New quarterback in. No, it's not. It's Tion Harris still. He's number 1. He's 17 of 23 for 245 yards in the game right now.
Pretty impressive.
He had about 130 yards at halftime and 3 touchdowns passes. Now he's got 4 touchdown passes.
He's having himself a night.
He's having a pretty good day. And looking at his stats on the season, completes 53% of his passes, which he's doing much more than that right now, and averages 221 yards passing per ball game, and he's got 242 right now, so he's above his average there.
Yep.
Running play up the middle, picks up a few yards. Caleb Justice with the tackle. Gain of 4. Second down 6. 11:07 to go in the ball game. Not in any hurry. 22 on the play clock. Harris fakes the handoff, rolls left, out into the flat, taken down, but it's enough for a first down. Looking at Stepanoff, their tight end. He's got 2 touchdown passes. He is 6'5", 285 pounds. He's a big target.
Big one.
1st and 10, 44-yard line, 43-yard line of Central Methodist. Handoff. Going to pick up a yard or 2, and that's it. James Phillips on the carry. So a player from Missouri Valley has to leave the field for one play because his helmet came off. Clock runs, 2nd down and 9. .9:25 to go in the game. Looks like it'll be a happy trip back to Marshall. Inside pitch to Dampier. He's stood up and taken down. Marion Slaw is the one that wrapped him up and took him backwards. It's a gain on the play to be 3rd down and about 4, so a gain of 5 on that play. 38-yard line, 37-yard line in Central Territory. Vikings just looking to get first downs and run the clock. Harris, double pumps, throws, picked, dropped.
Man. If anything, you needed that one.
That was Lontus McClinton again in the area of the ball. That's no surprise. It is 4th down and 4, and it looks like Valley's going to send their punting team out onto the field. That would be 42, Justin Bridges. Senior out of Park Hills, Missouri. Nope. They're going to go for it on 4th and 4. Got the lead. And they get no flags go flying, so they didn't get the offside. And Harris is not going to get the first down. Keon Bass makes the tackle. Ball goes over on downs. Take a look at Cambridge is 19 of 33 in the game, 190 yards and a touchdown. Looks downfield, throws, has a man beyond midfield into Viking territory. Drake Dudley on the catch. Fourth reception for Dudley. Got 74 yards in receiving. Cambridge scrambles, directs traffic. Whitley's got it. First down.
That's the pace they needed in the third quarter, Charlie.
They did, and that's a couple of first downs in this drive. It may be too little too late, but it can build some confidence for next week, which will, I'm sure, be senior day here. Yep. Last home game of the year. Cambridge looks, finds, that's Whitley. Can he get it to the end zone? Yes, he can. That's a 30-yard touchdown pass. Quinn Whitley with the catch and run. 41-23, extra point on the way for the Eagles. So that'll get Cambridge up to 253 yards passing in the ball game with 2 touchdowns. Oscar Simon in to try the extra point. Snap back, ball down, kick on the way, and it's good. 41-24. So Baker here next week. We'll be here with that. Men's basketball. Women's basketball, 5:30 on Wednesday. Men's basketball around 7:30, 7:45. As the women look to open up their season, the men 1-0 on the season, look to extend that for them. Interested to see what the women's team looks like with all the new players that they've got on their roster.
Oh, yeah, I'm eager to see myself. Want to see if they can make a chance to go to the playoffs this year.
Yep. They had 4 starters off last year's team that graduated, including 2 that are juniors this year, but graduated after 3 years of college and moved on to a D1 school. So, and one of the other ones is playing overseas. Missouri Valley takes a timeout. Darina Bakarova is playing professional basketball overseas. So
now that's nice. That's nice.
I think Coach Davis has had 3 or 4 of his ladies in the last couple of years play professional basketball overseas. 35-1 were the women last year. Men went on an 8-game winning streak, ended up 17-12 on the season. So good finish of the year for first-year coach last year, Matt Sherman, in his second year now. I said in the broadcast Thursday night that it's, again, you could say and be correct for the past 41 years, and anytime you want to say it, head coach of the Eagles, Coach Sherman. Matt's father, Jeff, was on the coaching staff for 39 years here at Central, including a number of years as the head coach. Looks like Central's lining up for an onside kick, and that's why Missouri Valley took the timeout, because they were not prepared for an onside kick. And it looks like we're going to get one now as Simon is going to kick it to his right. And we'll see how that turns out. Nope, he pooch kicks it down. Fair catch call for and taken by Jesse Johnson, freshman out of St. Louis. Call for a fair catch around the 21. Let's see if with it's a fair catch, if it comes out to the 25. It is, and that's where they'll take over. Just starts raining again. The umbrellas pop back up again. Thought we might get through most of this without the rain hitting, and then it started raining before it even started. Deion Harris back in again at quarterback. Throws it out of bounds, incomplete as he was pressured. Be 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line for the Vikings. 7:18 to go as we're just over halfway through this fourth quarter. We'll bag everything up when we're done here. Be back on campus Wednesday for a ball game. Jay Sean will be here with me for that, I'm guessing.
Yes, sir, will do. I have no reason not to be.
There's going to be a handoff out to the 30. Gain of 5. Daron Jones, running back out of Warrenton, Georgia, with that carry. 3rd down and 5. Rain coming down Horder. 6:44 and counting. I'm going to be looking out through a window that's covered in rain very shortly. Right now, Missouri Valley just trying to run the clock down as far as possible. It's down to 10. And there goes a flag. Central jumped offside, I think. Free play. Just going to throw it away. But we'll see what the flag is on the play. That'll be close to a first down. It probably will give them a first down. Lontus McClinton looking for a head start. He is called for the encroachment foul. And it will be a first down, so it's 1st and 10 for the Vikings. 6:17. The clock will not start on the whistle. Shotgun, one running back, going to hand it to that running back. Met at the 36-yard line and taken down right there. Darren Jones on the carry. Picks up 1. 2nd down and 9. Players on the central sideline bouncing around a little bit, trying to stay warm.
I don't blame them.
I don't either, but the ones that are doing most of the bouncing around are players that haven't been in the ball game. Harris in the flat. Close to the first down is Jones. It is a first down. That'll move the chains. 5:19 and counting in the ball game. First and 10 at the Viking 45-yard line, and they're content to pick up another couple of first downs and run the clock out. Still got faithful fans here. Watch the end of the ball game. Handoff, Jones. Tackle, gain, falls forward for a gain of 1. Got a stoppage in play for some reason. Central calls a timeout. I believe that's their first.
Yep, it is. Two more left.
Eagles would like to get the ball back one more time. Even though it's a 3-score game, you never want to quit trying. Second down and 9. Flag behind the play. Referee blows his whistle while they discuss the penalty flag on the play. Unnecessary roughness, personal foul against Missouri Valley. Correcting the clock from 4:23 to something else, and we'll see what they go to. 4:33 gives the Eagles. Missouri Valley's got second down, and they got to get to the 45-yard line in Central Methodist territory, and they're at the just the 31, so they got to get 24 yards.
That's a lot of yards, man.
Second and 24. And they'll be content. The clock now starts to run, so they'll take their time. They'll be content to hand the ball off and run the play. And there's going to be a free play as the Central player jumps offside. Incomplete pass out in the flat. That was intended for James Phillips. So now they'll get 5 free yards. Nate Smith, Jr. out of Richmond, Virginia, guilty of a little too much enthusiasm.
Got a little too excited there.
Yep. Cheerleaders are bundled all together, grouped up together in a huddle down below us with 2 umbrellas. A lot of camaraderie going on down there. Trying to stay dry for this last 4:18 of the ball game.
I'm going to be feeling like them in a couple hours. We got an alumni football game with Delta Sigma Psi.
And we're going to get the 5 yards that Missouri Valley just got. They're given back on a delay of game penalty. So it'll be back to second down and, what did I say, 24?
24, yes, sir.
Back to the 31 as we just trade time. Are they going to start the clock after that? No, they're not. Connor Dugan, wide receiver, checks into the game from Petersburg, Florida. Bottom of the screen. Harris sends a running back in motion. Throws a little screen pass across the middle. Tackle down there. And I think Central's taking another timeout with 4:08 to go and a 3rd down and 22, as that was a gain of 2 on the play.
And now they're adding more time.
Again, this is the 3rd time in the last 5 or 6 plays they've put 5 seconds back on the clock. I don't think 5 seconds is going to make a lot of difference in the outcome of this ball game.
I agree. I feel like at this point they're trolling us, Charlie.
At this point, I think we're trying to get the clock to go to triple zeros, and the officials want to make sure we do everything according to Hoyle. So 3rd down and 22. I'm sure coaches don't have a lot of those plays in their playbook. Central wants the ball back. They've got 1 timeout left. Valley has 2 timeouts left. Game was rolling along pretty well until recently.
Yep, then things just started going left.
So new quarterback in now. This is number 11. He's rushed, flushed, gets away, throws it away.
Oh, he's pretty shifty.
Jet Bridges, sophomore from Park Hills. Interesting first name. Wonder how fast he is. See if he's on the 2 deep as the second quarterback. He is 5'11", 185. So their quarterbacks, Harris is 5'10", 190. The backup quarterback is 5'11", 185. And in to punt will be Justin Bridges. Eagles man at the 20-yard line. I'd say he's probably too deep. Almost blocked. It's going to land at the 37, so yeah, he was too deep. And now it's going to roll inside the 20. So not being in the proper spot. We got flags at midfield as we've got players being separated by the officials. Not coming up and fair catching that ball cost him 17 yards. We're going to talk about the multiple flags and see if we have offsetting personal foul penalties. Official still talking, and here comes his call. So it's just against Central. And it goes against Jamilian Kimball, sophomore out of Columbia, Missouri. So it'll go back just inside the 10-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will try and do something with 3:51, unless they add a couple more seconds back on again. That's my sarcastic nature, sorry.
No, Charlie, you're good.
Yeah. So Cambridge, 1 timeout, 91 yards from the end zone.
Imagine if he just threw a dagger. 91 yards.
Out pattern. Clock continues to run. A.J. Allen with the catch. Gain of 6 on the play. Be 2nd down and 4. 3:34 and counting. Out in the flat again. Tries to get a man to miss. Doesn't. Slung down out of bounds. Just short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 1 or 2. See where they mark it exactly. Looks like 2. They're in a hurry-up mode. There's no reason to hurry right now. The clock is stopped because of the out of bounds. Cambridge finds a man open, but it's knocked away. Nice defensive play. Edwards, the intended receiver. Bishop Hill, junior out of Raleigh, North Carolina. So 4th and 2, 4th and a long one. See if Cambridge just wants to scramble and try and pick it up. Nope, goes outside, pass caught. Be a first down. Valley is more than happy to allow those short passes inbounds, as it's going to run 20 seconds, 25 seconds off the clock after each play because the clock continues to run. And a pickup of 3 or 4, not enough to scare anybody yet. Cambridge throws the ball, lofts it nicely, caught at midfield and taken down right there. And that's our wide receiver is not getting up as he was hit pretty hard. Involved in that tackle was Keyshawn Reynolds, senior from Moreno Valley, California. As that's Drake Dudley, who walks off the field under his own power, but took a shot to the ribs, so maybe it's just, hopefully just having the wind knocked out of him. 1st and 10 for the Eagles, 2:35 to go, 41-24. Cambridge again. Settles underneath. 9-yard gain. Chase Rankin with the catch. Second down, 1. Cambridge looks, flushed, rolls right, flag behind him. That's going to be a hold, I'm sure. And the receiver has to play defender and keep the ball from being intercepted. It's Aaron Edwards who did that. So 2nd and 1 is going to become 2nd down and 11. I'm sure Valley will accept the penalty rather than leave it 3rd and 1. Second and 11. 2:05 to go. Ball's at midfield now. Lots of pressure. Rolls again. Past the line of scrimmage. Going to just get out of bounds, get what he can, which is 7 yards. 6 yards. Third and 5 now for the Eagles. .157. Cambridge steps up, throws, has a man. That could be Whitley again, and he might have another touchdown. Goes out of bounds around the 2. So the Eagles have a chance, 1:49 to go, to score another touchdown, get back within 10. Cambridge rolls left, throws it, touchdown in the end zone if it stands, if there's no offensive pass interference penalty. Aaron Edwards with a touchdown as the defender slipped, and Edwards was wide open, so 41-30. Oscar Simon in to try the extra point, 1:42, and another onside kick on the way. Simon's kick is good, 41-31. Jay Sean does production work for me, and doing it today, and he also does it for Boonville High School. And I just want to pass along a stat I got last night from the ball game, the Boonville ball game. Boonville High School is about 20 minutes from here. They onside kick almost every single time they kick off. And they do it on purpose. And everybody knows they do it. They've recovered 16 onside kicks this season.
Man, I'm surprised there's not a school record, is it?
Oh, I'm sure it's got to be. Who onside kicks? I mean, not very many people would do that.
Exactly.
But they do it almost every single time. When they don't onside kicks, they just pooch kick. But they've done it and recovered it 16 times. That's 16 possessions other teams have not had when they play Boonville this year. So it can be done. If there's an art to it, you got to get it figured out. And Oscar Simon's trying to do that. It's bounce, bounce, and then a big hop is the secret to onside kick. But you got to get the two little hops to get the big hop to where you can get it back because it's got to go 10 yards. He's lined up to kick it to his right. He does. Hop, hop, and it's on the ground. No signal yet, but it looks like Missouri Valley recovered it.
Yep, it looks like it too.
Didn't go 10 yards. So Valley will have the ball with 1:39 left, and I'm not sure that they just won't run the clock. Central's got one timeout. So two kneel downs would net them about a minute and 20 seconds, and there's a minute and 39 left in the game. They're not in victory formation. Jet Bridges is the quarterback again with a running back behind him. Going to turn and hand off, I'm sure, and that's what happens. Up a little bit, and Central will use their last timeout with 1:33 to go after a gain of 3 on the play, so it'll be 2nd down and 7. So they can't stop it, so they can snap this ball with 1:33, run it 40 seconds off the clock. That'll get it under a minute, get it into the 50s, and then take another knee. We'll get it down to 10 seconds or so on 4th down. So for all the intents and purposes, Valley can take a knee, and then run a 4th down play and run the clock out. Again, the score at halftime was 20-14 or 20-17. So Central's been outscored 21-14 in this second half of play. Still a good showing by the Eagles. Valley will go to 5-3 on the season, 4-3 in the Hart Conference. Eagles will drop to 1-8, 1-7 in the conference. There's a handoff. Holding on the ball. That's close to a first down. Going to be short by about a yard. So it'll be 3rd down and 1. They'll bleed the clock as far as they can. They line up, even though there's 32 on the play clock. A first down will finish the game off. Anyway, and we've got a different quarterback in now. Keyshawn Reynolds is... that's Oliver Svisky from California. He's running the clock down. It's at 10. Crowd trying to convince him that the clock's running out. He's looking right at it. There's the first down, and that will seal the game. 42 seconds, so they'll snap the ball, take a knee, and that'll do it.
What a game, Charlie. What a game.
Fans have endured cold, wind, and rain, and there's some still here, and now starting to pick things up and head toward the exit. Still got a few vehicles over in the tailgate zone over there.
Oh, yeah, I know my grandparents are still over there grilling burgers, hot dogs, chicken wings, chicken breasts.
But you don't eat any of that stuff.
What? I eat all chicken, Charlie. I eat all chicken and turkey. I just don't eat beef
He's
or
a
pork.
track guy.
was past tense.
You've used up all your eligibility?
No, I have not. But I honestly have 2 more years, but I'm just focused on going into my work field, my desired work field now.
41-31 is your final score as they line up now to do the good game line. Eagles fall to 1-8. Last game of the season, last home game of the season next week against Baker, and then they go on the road down to play Missouri Baptist, newest member of the Hart Conference, as Evangel has left the conference and gone over to the Kansas side to a conference over there. So last home game, Senior Day next Saturday when Baker comes to town. 1 o'clock broadcast on that. That will do it from Davis Field. 41-31 is our final score. We're going to break down, dry out our equipment, and hit the road. Jay Sean's going to go enjoy the rest of homecoming with his family, who's up from Tennessee, up from Arkansas, up from wherever they're at. Where are they at, Jay? Where are is your family in Arkansas too?
Well, my mother and father are in Arkansas. My grandparents and other relatives are in Memphis, Tennessee.
So they're all here? Your grandparents too?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, you get out of here. We're going to sign off, and we'll tell you we'll be back next Saturday at 1 o'clock when Baker comes to town. Thanks for listening. For Jay Sean Northington, Gene Williams, who joined me in the first half, this is Charlie Brown saying thank you and good night.
Good night.